Our first match, we had already practiced a lot with Titanium Talons since they are also a Washington team. We went in hoping to set a high score around 300, 350. As you can see, our auto goofed, but then we were able to get 17 cycles in a minute 20 to a minute 30. Our endgame plan was to pick up the ducks off of the floor and score them, but we forgot to account for the tape measured cap being in the way. However, we still ended this match with about 295 points, so it's pretty good. Our second match, Autonomous did not go to plan. Our auto failed, their auto missed a couple cycles, and then we failed while trying to park. However, the shared hub went well again, I think 17 cycles again. The endgame plan had been to cap, but there was some driver miscommunication. We didn't notice that the cap was knocked over, so we ended up not doing a whole lot in endgame. Ended with 230 points, not the best, but could be a lot worse. Third match, we were actually running our cycle autonomous that we had coded just the day before. It got one cycle, dropped the second one, and then got a partial park, which is pretty good. Shared hub went about standard. We won the tip. The endgame plan was to cap, maybe do a few cycles, but the arm broke for some reason, so we were unable to cap, so we just put up another cycle and ended with about 224 points. Next match, our autonomous did work. It actually even picked up the duck off of the carousel. It didn't park for some reason. Our partner's preload bounced out. It's okay. In tie-up, back to standard shared hub, won the tip again. Really proud of the driving coming up here. We realized the shared hub was kind of full, so we started cycling over the bars with our alliance partner, picking up all the dropped freight from the ground. Another failed cap here. For some reason the arm gearbox was a little broken. That's okay, parked and ended the match. 250 points. Final match of the day. Preload worked, duck worked, failed to pick it up, and it's really funny, both of our robots failed to park at the exact same spot. In teleop, it's back to the shared hub. A little bit of defense happened on the shared hub in this match, and we ended with 268 points. End of the day, went back home. Teleop was working great, but autonomous and endgame had not been going well, so we hope to fix that and turn it around for day 2. We also did some practice with our alliance partners. First match of the day, playing with Delta Force. Video's a bit scuffed, but our autonomous did work perfectly, even getting the duck and parking in the depot. In teleop, it's back to the shared hub. We managed to win the tip. The endgame plan was to pick up the ducks off the floor. Unfortunately, the intake had some issues and we did not get any ducks, and we actually put one inside a Delta Force's robot, which was a minor penalty. However, still ended with 337 points, a new personal best. Even more scuffed video, you can't see our autonomous, but we were running our cycle autonomous again. It did get an extra freight. Started teleop, back to the shared hub. Unfortunately, our alliance partner was having some issues, and we barely won the shared hub tip. You'll see by the end of this match, we dropped like 8 freight on the floor right next to the shared hub. However, in this match, we got our first successful cap, which is nice. Some defense by Quantum at the end, stopping us from getting the full park. Still ended with 264 points. Some context before our last qualification match, we were looking at the standings and saw that we needed to score 328 points in order to be guaranteed being a captain. Couldn't have asked for a better autonomous in this match. Both us and our partner's autonomous worked flawlessly. Going into tie-off, it's back to the shared alliance hub. In endgame, we get yet another successful cap, which is nice, and then we just go and we park, setting down our controllers with 8 seconds left. You'll see live scoring says 350 points here. At this point, we're going crazy because now we're the 3rd seed captain and we've done no scouting because we did not think we would be in this position.
And our number 3 ranked team is Team 16379, KookyBotz. Congratulations. Stand here, please.
Pixelated fixed technical difficulties, no surprises there.
Alliance captain, who would you like to choose to be your alliance partner?
KookyBotz. 16379.
16379 graciously declines.
We had known Absotech was going to try to pick us before alliance selection, and the reason we declined is because if we had accepted, Cuttlefish most likely would have picked Delta Force as their alliance partner, and then we would have had to beat them to move on to finals, and we did not think that was possible.
Okay, we're going to move to our number 3 ranked team. KookyBotz, who would you like to choose to be your alliance partner?
Team 16379 graciously invites Wolfpack to join their alliance.
18438 gratefully accepts.
Alliance number 3, have you made your decision?
Team 16379 graciously invites Team 7303 Robo Avatars.
Team 7303 Robo Avatars graciously accepts.
Going into semifinal match 1, our plan had been to run our autonomous like normal, and then try and make up some of the points we lost in autonomous by winning the shared alliance hub and with Wolfpack's duck cycling in endgame. However, autonomous didn't go well, and I think Wolfpack's cap actually got bulldozed over. And then shared hub was not great either because there was 2 balls blocking the entrance to the shared hub, and so we had to spend a good 10 seconds nudging those out of the way to avoid any warehouse operation penalties. And then another thing we didn't realize is that when Wolfpack's autonomous runs, it flattens all the freight against the wall, so we forgot to account for that when we practiced. And so that resulted in us losing the tip, because once you lose initial tip, all your freight bounces over to the other side and it's really hard to get it back. In endgame, we were able to cap and we ended the match. However, the Red Alliance did a really good job here. They scored 401 points, so we lost semifinal match number 1. Semifinal number 2, I see that the other alliance does not have Delta Force on the field, so I'm like, okay, this is our chance to turn this series around. Our autonomous goes slightly better, however, when cycling the duck off the carousel, it runs into the exact same issue as last time, which we did not have enough time to fix. Going into teleop, shared hub is again sort of similar of a story. We lose initial tip, and then all of our freight just keeps bouncing over to the other side. We try to make it up later in the match by opposite warehouse cycling, but our placement is just not very good, and we end up scoring for the other alliance way more than we score for ourselves. Our autonomous knocked over our cap, so we can't do that in endgame. Our alliance partner successfully caps their team shipping element and goes to do the ducks. Meanwhile, we're trying to make up some of the points we've lost. We play some defense here, managing to stop 2 parks and parking ourselves. And at this point, live scoring is actually saying that we won, but then the final scores come out and we did not win, so unfortunately we were knocked out there.